Hey everyone, it's your man James back here with another review for you guys. Been a while since we did one of these. Of course, we all know the reasons why. Kind of comics have been kind of shut down, so kind of hard to do reviews when no one's pumping out any product. And just want to take a moment here and tell you guys that I hope you're out there being safe. I hope you're out there doing okay, and that you're doing well in these trying times of ours today. But to help you get through it a little bit, help break up some of the monotony of being stuck at home, fresh new comic review here for you, courtesy of Allegiance Arts. I was able to track them down at the Walmart here, and today we're going to review Bass Reeves #1. And first of all, we'll just take a look at this awesome cover by David Williams and Kelsey Shannon. Just very, very simplistic, but very cool. I really like I like the layout here. I like the way it's been designed. It's a good image, good solid shot of the character. You know, just the very thing you want in a #1 issue to attract your attention. I love the coloring. Great stuff. Now, for those of you who don't know, Bass Reeves is actually a truly historical person. They are a former slave turned bounty hunter turned U.S. Marshal. And I've heard some people say that that the character's exploits are part of the basis for the character of the Lone Ranger. And as you're watching this here, I think you'll start to see some of why that is. This story basically just sets up the plot, you know, of getting Bass Reeves to become a U.S. Marshal. You know, he's just basically doing his thing as a bounty hunter, and a town that's being overrun with lawlessness out there on the edge of the frontier needs a new kind of lawman, and they decide to make Bass Reeves the one to do it. And you know, this is kind of the story of how it sets all that up. You can see here on this first page, you know, right into the action. I like that. I like that they didn't hold back. You know, you got the you know, boom, and then next thing you know, there he is. So you know, the current marshal is dead, and so they need to find someone else. And the judge of the town says, you know, but he's going to find somebody, but he's got to be different. You know, no, he goes, you know, what are you going to do? Call in more lawmen? Why? So I can deliver more bad news to more widows? No, this time has to be different. How? We need a new kind of lawman, and that's where Bass Reeves comes in. And I really like this here. You got some ne'er-do-wells sitting around a campfire, and they're talking about Bass Reeves. And this shot right here, this is great. I love the coloring and the way you got the red and the blue and the violets, and it's all sort of just, you know, it all works together, but it all helps each individual piece stand out. I like that. You know, it's a very, very good play on color theory. You know, Kelsey Shannon, you know, is highly underrated as a colorist. So I mean, I really like this, and it kind of sets up the legend. This is the legend of Bass Reeves being talked about by criminals. You know, this is how criminals see him, and so it's kind of interesting. You know, they got all these myths and stories about him until, of course, the real Bass Reeves shows up, and then we get to see the legend at work. You know, he asked the question of him, you know, right here. Will you be gathered like wheat or burned like chaff? And then I got his answer. What about yours? Yeah, right there. Right there. And they all, right there, all just give up. Wise choice. But, you know, it's more about just, you know, the action. You know, we get into this. Here's Bass Reeves in the courthouse, you know, helping out to find someone who's pretending to be a Native American, but they're actually a Mexican, trying to hide that fact so they don't get in trouble with the law. And then here he is getting offered the job. And, you know, what I like about this is, see right here, you know, they mentioned, you know, oh, you're a Christian man? Is there any other? Right there, you know, you don't see that in comics anymore, really. You know, you don't see any kind of positive views of a Christian character. You know, they're either shown as like non non-religious at all, or it has to be of another religion that can be pushed up because everyone wants to push Christianity down. I like that they didn't do that. I like that they show that he's a man of God as well as a man of the law. And then as we find out here later, he's also a man of the family. He cares about his wife and his kid. And you can see here, he tells him, that he talked to the judge today and she doesn't want him to go. And he goes, no harm in talking. She goes, I know where your talking gets us. The boy needs his daddy home to be the father you never had. Bass, you promised. And I need you home. I'm scared, Bass. There's no faith where there's no fear. You know that. We're going to get through this. Right there. Just, the great character development right here, showing the depth he has for both his duty as someone of a man of law, the man of God, and then also a man of family. I like this. This is really well done. I like David Williams' art. It's very simplistic, but it's also got details where you need them. Although it's not always perfect. Like as you'll see right here, these arms and hands. Is it like, what is Stretch Armstrong we got here? What is that? And then just just little things like that to keep it from being perfect. But in the end, he here it is, he's teaching his son. Did you see that, Dad? They shot him dead, Papa. They shot him dead. And he goes, listen, Benji, glorifying a man's death is never a good thing. Do you hear me? The men who got away were bad men. I like that. He's very much a deeply, moral man. And of course, in the end, he decides to take the job, even though it's not. You can see here the expression on the wife's face says it all. And it's really great. Don't think I can show you any more for the copyright gods, but yeah, Bass Reeves. This is a really great story. I really liked it a lot. It's got action, it's got drama, it's got character. And you notice one of the things you noticed wasn't in here is Bass is a black man, but yet they didn't make his race a key component of his character. It's almost like he's just a lawman who just happens to be black. And I like that. I like to begin to have a good story that anyone can relate to, and it's not being pointed in a direction saying you have to be a certain race or a certain belief or a certain anything to enjoy this. Writer Kevin Grevioux, he did a great job with this. Like I said, all the people, Kelsey Shannon, David Williams, all of them, they all did excellent on this. I'm actually eager to read the next issue, and I can't say that about any comic I've read in quite a while, where I was eager to see the rest, eager to see what's next. So this is definitely a recommend. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Very well done stuff. This is exactly what you would want in a comic book. If you like westerns, if you like action, if you just like good comics, Bass Reeves is where it's at. This is definitely something you should go and check out. So head out to your local Walmart there and find the Allegiant Arts comics. You'll usually find them either in the book area or where I found them was in the electronics department. But wherever they are, seek them out and definitely pick up Bass Reeves and check it out. I'll probably try to do the other Allegiant Arts books as time goes on here, but I want to get this one out right now because I was just so impressed with this book. For a first time out for this crew, and I really think it's if this is any indication of what we can expect from Allegiant Arts, this just might be one of the saving graces to come out of this current comic book apocalypse that we've found ourselves in. So go and check it out, and I'll be back again soon with some more new reviews for you. Until then, take care.